that wide body roadster. Top down, feel like the sky closer. Never fiction, no, my life addictive. Club hard and wake up in the arms of a vixen. Started with a dream and a half ounce. So how I end up in a party out in Puff House. How you want it, my kicks is 900. All I see is ghosts and phantoms, my life haunted.
Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is a sample shopping episode, and it is sponsored by my good friend Adriana over at Decant Shop, the best place online to get all of your samples, whether niche, designer, discontinued, vintage. These are fragrances that you'll be able to get there for a much cheaper price than anywhere else. And of course, coupon code MAX12 will save you 12% off your entire order. I want to bring up something new that Decant Shop has recently decided to do. And they are now selling decant supplies on the website. You can buy vials to decant your own fragrances and either send them to friends or swap with people or just carry decants with you, which is a really wise thing to do. This price on the actual decant bottles is so low that I'm not even going to tell you guys what it is. Go on the site and just check it out. My coupon code MAX12 will not work on the decanting supplies because they're already priced so low that Adriana couldn't take any further loss with my code for Decant Shop. But check it out. Keep in mind that the decant bottles that Decant Shop uses are the best in the industry. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. They're not those cheap ones that come from China. These are made in the USA. Adriana sends me about 25 fragrances a month, give or take, and there's never been leakage with a bottle that she gave me. The sprayers are fantastic, and you can tell they're of a heavier quality than some of the other shittier sprayers that other decant sites that I won't mention use. So you can buy fragrances of Decant Shop, of course. You can sell and trade your old bottles, and now you can get your own decanting supplies. So this really should become, to you guys out there who want to do business and try different scents, this should become your one-stop shop for everything. Swap, trade bottles in for store credit, sell bottles, get decanting supplies, or get great deals on fragrances of all sorts with discount code MAX12 for 12% off your entire order. Again, please remember that does not apply to decanting supplies. So I have 4 scents to go over with you this week. Let's get right into it. Waste no time. The first one is a Montale scent, and this one's called Royal Oud. And I gotta tell you guys something. I'm gonna be real honest about it. This house, as of recent, has just really let me down. You know, they've dropped way down in terms of my favorite niche houses. You know, some of the first fragrances that I've got my nose on from Montale were Red Oud and Black Musk and Intense Cafe and Dark Oud, and I thought those were all great. So I guess I got spoiled because since then it's been really hard for me to find winners. I do have the goal to check out some of the Mideast exclusives like Kabul Oud and Pine and Oud. They sound interesting. This one, Royal Oud, I've seen for as little as $90 online for 100 ml. This is one you can find discounted, so I wouldn't recommend paying full price for Royal Oud. The notes on it are kumquat, grapefruit, oud, and Indian spices. So definitely interesting notes on this one, but I don't get any of the fruit. No kumquat or grapefruit for me. I get like Indian spice and oud. And I'll be honest with you guys, you know, as I said, I like Montale. I love Intense Cafe. I own Intense Cafe. Black Musk and Red Oud are on my to purchase list. But these fragrances are starting to seem redundant, you know? When I smell a Montale Oud scent now, I think that, oh great, this is just going to be that same oud with slight variation. And that's what this is. Oud with heavy spice notes added, but nothing here innovative or different in my opinion. You know, that's just what I think. Let me just put these back. We'll move on to the next fragrance. So next up, we have another house that we've looked at a lot of scents from on this show, and it is Serge Lutens. Now, I own 3 Serge Lutens scents. I own Chergui, Fianagui, and Gingembre au 5 o'clock, and I really like those fragrances. And I'm looking for what might be my next addition. I really like Jeu de Peau. I also like Breno 1834. We looked at both of those on sample shopping. Today we're looking at a scent called Cuir Mauresque, which translates to Moorish leather. I believe it's pronounced Cuir Mauresque, but I could be wrong about that. So Moorish leather, and the Moors obviously were the medieval Muslim inhabitants of Morocco. And as someone who's largely Sicilian, I've heard a lot of jokes about the Moors. Let's put it like that. You can typically find this one for about $100 to $125 on discount sites. And this is a 1996 release that was composed by perfumer Christopher Sheldrake. I think he's done almost all of the Serge Lutens scents. If he hasn't done all of them, he's definitely done most of them. And notes on this one are amber, myrrh, burnt styrax, incense, cinnamon, aloe, cedar, civet, nutmeg, clove, cumin, musk, mandarin peel, and orange blossom. So no actually leather note listed in this one. And when I first smelled this, what I immediately thought is, wow, this reminds me a lot of Nice 10. This isn't really a stylish leather. Like I would call Tuscan leather and black saffron and golden boy. I'd call those stylish leathers. This to me is sort of a more powdery, ambery leather, as I said, like Nice 10. And I think this is really good, though. I would definitely buy this. You know, this would be a great winter scent. I love the sort of resins in this. I love the myrrh and the burnt styrax. I love the animalic civet. Really, really done from Serge Lutens. What a quality house. You know, they do darker fragrances, you know, at an unbelievably high level, and this one is really well done as well. Third up, we have a fragrance that I had no idea existed. This is called Mikhail Baryshnikov. And this is named after the ballet dancer. I don't have much information on this other than knowing that it was released in 1991 and evidently is pretty highly sought after by serious collectors. I've seen it for as low as about $160 on eBay, but I've also seen it go up to $500. So this is a coveted fragrance. It was released in conjunction with the designer Pierre Denard, and the notes on it are spices, fruit notes, amber, myrrh, labdanum, patchouli, and sandalwood. And the first thing I thought to myself when I smelled this is, wow, this is an 80s scent. This is definitely an 80s scent. You know, it reminds me a lot of fragrances like Giorgio of Beverly Hills and Quorum by Antonio Puig, and just those big, bold fougères that were in vogue at the time. Personally, I don't see the need to pay out the ass for this when you can get the same experience of a big, bold 80s fougere for much less money. It smells very dated to me. Not a big fan of this sort of scent. Do I wear those big, bold 80s fragrances on occasion? I do. I think they can be nice when you're wearing a suit, if you're light on the trigger, but they're not going to get you a ton of compliments, and to me there are better options out there, so I don't love this one personally. And let's finish up this week with a fragrance from the French house of Molinard. Molinard is a very old perfume house. I actually got my first bottle from Molinard a few weeks ago. I got one called Pour Homme 2. Now this one is called Patchouli Intense. And if you're interested in purchasing this, you can typically find it online or on eBay for around $25 to $30. This is a 2010 release, and the notes on this are orange, neroli, jasmine, and amber at the top. In the middle, you're going to get patchouli, nougat, vanilla, and sandalwood, and vetiver in the base. And this is really interesting. So what I would say to you guys is if you like Animal, or you like Pure Malt and Pure Havane by Terry Mugler, I think you'll really like this fragrance. It has that sort of caramel and patchouli vibe. Very well done fragrance right here. I would call it a semi-gourmand. It kind of smells like a vanilla cookie, and I think this is a great buy. You should really check this one out if you're into value gourmands. You know, I get excellent longevity and projection from this one as well, so this is great value. I'm personally not going to buy this because I have Pure Malt and I have Animal, and Pure Havane is on my purchase list, but I think this is great bang for your buck in terms of a fragrance. So if I was going to rate these, I think it's pretty easy. Serge Lutens Cuir Mauresque is number 1. Molinard Patchouli Intense is number 2. Number 3 I would give to Montale Royal Oud, and number 4 the Barishnikov. I think the one that I'm interested in purchasing here is the Serge Lutens. Maybe if I found the Molinard ultra cheap, like at TJ Maxx or Marshall or something, I might pull the trigger on it, but not otherwise. I won't go out of my way for it, and I definitely won't go out of my way for the Montale. And I think the Mikhail Baryshnikov is just a straight up ripoff. So let's go over what we're going to be looking at next week. Next week, again, we're going to have four fragrances to review. The first one will be from the house of Nay. We really looked at their fig scent a couple of months back. Then we're going to have a scent from the house of Giorgio Armani. Then we're going to do our first scent from the house of Chieko Macheri, who's a Japanese American designer. And then we're going to do a fragrance from Castle Forbes, a Scottish house that never gets looked at. So really interesting fragrances for you guys next week. I think you're going to enjoy hearing my thoughts on all of them. And remember to go to decantshop.com, take a look at those decanting supplies. I'll post a link in the description of this video right to the decanting supplies on Decant Shop. Remember, coupon code MAX12 won't work for that, but it will work for all your other Decant Shop purchases. It'll save you 12% off. Please remember to check my companion blog out as well, which is MaximilianMustKnow.com. Sort of gives you more information about the fragrances I buy and grooming stuff, and I post some music on there. It's doing really well. It's being very well received, so thank you to my subscribers and my viewers who are going and checking that blog out. Really appreciate it. And also, please go and check out decantshop.com. They're just the best doing it right now, and that is why I allow them to sponsor me and why they have my full support. Decantshop.com. I am Maximilian.
Champagne stains on my Benz seats. Got my own set of keys. Swiss beats. Pretty women penetrated over silk sheets. Violators get smacked in their front seat. Don't sleep.